Hi everyone, I'm Anne.
I'm Amber.
I'm Patrick.
And welcome to our website concerning our critical analysis of digital resources. This is the main homepage. We want to keep it simple, so there's nothing special really. And below is a blog of our digital resources that we will later introduce. So on to the next page is our introduction. So we introduce what it means to integrate technology through the use of digital resources. We note the issue that not all digital resources are alike and how educators need to critically analyze them before implementing their use in order for technology to be effective in student learning. We also mention what three digital resources we will look at, which is around here, Kahoot, Padlet, and Scratch. And the three things we hope that, and there are things that we hope that the educators will be able to take away from our website. As for the next page is our team section. We made up a section about ourselves where we provided a short biography, and we hope that other educators can get a sense of who we are and understand our perspectives in our critical analysis. Next, we will then move on to the digital resources section. And for our digital resources, again, we critically analyze Kahoot, Padlet, and Scratch. We use the blog format for the section because we believe the comment section allows for immediate feedback, which we welcome from other educators to comment and share their own personal and alternative perspectives of implementing these digital resources. So the first digital resource we will briefly look at is Scratch.
So Scratch is a free online resources that introduces students to the beginning steps of coding. So Scratch coding uses a block-based system, as you can see in this picture here on the left side. It utilizes a block language that students can stack onto each other, and it's much easier for them to create programs. So with Scratch, they can essentially create things such as games, interactive stories, animations, and whatnot. Mainly, Scratch has been used to fulfill expectations in the Ontario math curriculum. However, it could be utilized in other subjects such as language arts, social studies, and visual arts. So two things with Scratch is it utilizes two kind of theories of constructivism and connectivism. Constructivism in Scratch essentially with coding in general, students are encouraged to critically think about their coding process and as well as to reflect on it. As for example, students may be coding something, they may encounter an error. They then have to figure out themselves or kind of ask for feedback from teachers or other students as to where their mistakes are and build on their knowledge from their mistake. Another kind of theory that Scratch can relate to is connectivism. So as per connectivism, it indicates that learning relies on a wide range of diversity of opinions. On Scratch, on the website itself, and you could see in this picture, there's actually a huge form of questions or created by the online community, and essentially students can seek these expert opinions from other students in order to build onto their knowledge, right? And as well as to help seek opinions and ways to complete a task as well. So lastly, we analyzed all our digital resources using the ergonomic analysis based on the 8 criterion for evaluating interfaces. So in general, one of Scratch's strengths is the guidance aspect. In this sense that everything on the website is clearly labeled. A lot of the coding here, right? As you can see on this picture to the right here, you can see that each code is color coded, making it much easier for students to understand what to do and what kind of each block does, and as well as a description of what each block does as well. Um, Other than that, Scratch is much easier in terms of workload, explicit control, adaptability, error management, consistency, significant codes, and whatnot. Some of its other weaknesses, though, is its error management. So, like in coding in real life, if you were to make an error on a certain section of codes, uh, it is up to the student, up to the user to figure out what the error is. The program itself will not tell the student there's a certain error in their codes. It will just won't work, and the student has to figure out why is it not working. Lastly, while Scratch can be used on things such as tablets and phones, certain codes utilize keyboards, which will kind of make it more difficult for students to utilize those codes if they're using a phone or a tablet, as they have to use the virtual tablet. However, in conclusion, Scratch is a very valuable digital tool as it promotes kind of self-management and collaboration, as students have to work together and as well as students have to manage their own process of working, right? Um, like I mentioned earlier, it is used for mostly math. However, it could be used in language arts, social studies, and even visual arts as well. Our next resource that we're going to be analyzing is Padlet.
Padlet is a free online curation tool that enhances both in-person and online instruction. Its features allow effective collaboration, discussion, participation, and project management in the classrooms. It is mainly designed around connectivism, cognitivism, and constructivism theories, as it facilitates interactive learning with visual tools such as timelines, online gallery walls, and maps that enhance collaboration with peers. This online learning space is suitable for self-guided learning based on personal experience, peer collaboration, and peer and teacher feedback, and students can make relevant connections to a diversity of opinions and concepts. Finally, based on the 8 ergonomic criteria, Padlet has several strengths such as adaptability, compatibility, legibility, guidance, and more. However, the only thing that educators need to pay attention to is explicit control, as teachers do not have control over what students write or share on Padlet. So co-creating expectations and success criteria before using Padlet can help teachers to have better control and students to self-regulate their behaviors. Overall, Padlet is a great tool for increasing student interaction and engagement in taking ownership of learning. We also added a video that demonstrates how to promote student collaboration with Padlet in the classroom. The last digital resource we'll now explore is Kahoot.
So Kahoot is a free online game-based platform in which educators can access millions of games or create their own. Kahoot is used by millions of people globally for educational and entertainment purposes. Regarding learning theories, Kahoot was designed primarily around behaviorism, specifically B.F. Skinner's operant conditioning, in which the points awarded to students act as either positive or negative reinforcement. Earning high scores are motivating and encouraging to students, and the low scores, on the other hand, do the opposite. For example, students may feel that they cannot win, so they give up. Kahoot addresses other learning theories as well, which we discuss below in detail: connectivism, behaviorism, again mentioned here, cognitivism, constructionism, and constructivism. Lastly is the ergonomic analysis based on the 8 ergonomic criteria for evaluating and creating interfaces. So we found that Kahoot consists of several strengths, such as guidance, workload, which is flexible due to the educator's explicit control, and its adaptability to teach various subjects, which is listed right here as an example from the website. And more importantly, its compatibility with different digital devices. Um, However, error management we thought was debatable, as it can be viewed as either a strength or weakness. We decided to see it as a strength because Outside the system, the only possible errors are those created by the educator because of their explicit control from grammatical errors or spelling mistakes, and the incorrect answer choices, which they might accidentally select as correct when it should be incorrect. Overall, weaknesses that stood out to us were its adaptability for open-ended questions and answers, and the fact that its use of shapes and color codes in connection to answer choices um, created a distraction for some students. Students found it difficult associating the codes with the text answer choices, as you can see on the screen right here. Because their answer choices on their digital devices appear differently without the textual content of their answer choices from the main screen. Overall, after critically analyzing Kahoot, we believe that the strengths outweigh the weaknesses and that the features of Kahoot's game-based platform increases student engagement by appealing to all students, even the most introverted, combining both a cooperative, fast-paced learning environment and friendly competition. So that's the last digital resources that we discussed. And our last page is just simply the references section that we used for our research. So thank you for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it.